What's up guys, this is Balázs from RacingBrick. This is the second part of my LEGO Optimus Prime review. If you did not see the first one with all the details of the building process, then I suggest to click on the link in the top right corner. So we have our Optimus Prime here in its full glory in robot mode. I think the details are awesome, the whole build looks great and accurate. Of course, accuracy is very subjective, since there's no single correct version of Optimus Prime. There were so many cartoons, comics, movies, toys, and every iteration is somewhat different. One could say, for example, that the Autobot insignia on both shoulders is incorrect, since Optimus only had one on the left in the cartoon, but other toy variations had two, so you can find many heated debates about such details in the Transformers-related corners of Reddit. I'm sure you noticed this based on the first part of the review. The Generation 1 cartoon had a very special place in my childhood, so that is the real version for me, and this LEGO adaptation is a perfect match of my memories. I did not have Optimus as a child, I had Mirage, but of course always wanted to have the leader of the team. Well, being an adult has some advantages, so I managed to buy one for this review. It was a much tougher challenge to buy it here in Europe than I expected. I found this sample in Germany and I really did not have many other options. I will talk about this and the pricing in general at the end of the video. Transformers toys had tons of versions, variations, reissues, they are copied as well, so you need to be a black belt Transformers fan to identify all items properly. I am very far from being an expert. I think this one is a reissue and might not even be an official one, although it comes with all the branding everywhere and in the instructions as well. It did not have a box though, as I bought it on eBay. I just have these parts. It has all the stickers and accessories, but I did not put the stickers on yet. I also have this Kre-O set build that you could see in the first video. I made a more detailed review about it on my second channel. You can watch it by clicking on the link in the top right corner. This one does not transform unfortunately, so for the comparison I will have it in robot mode. The LEGO build is very flexible. Optimus has a lot of functional joints. The arms and hands have a wide range of motion, with some limitations. And if you prefer, you can easily remove the plate holding his fingers together, they won't fall off. He can hold his accessories in many different ways. The torso can be turned around, but that affects the position of the grille and the lights, so that one looks only good when it is set up straight. The legs have a fairly wide range of motion as well, although you need to pay attention to the stability. There's one missing core feature that was present on the original toy: the knees don't bend. But they can be rotated, and together with the flexible hips and feet, the legs can have a natural standing position. The head also has a ball joint, so that one is quite flexible, although you need to cheat a little bit and rotate the base backwards if you want him to look up. The G1 toy has a more limited articulation besides the knees, feet only fold up, legs can bend back into truck mode, no torso rotation at all, fixed head. The arms are probably the most flexible in this case. The Kre-O set also has many joints, but as I described in my detailed review, these ball joints don't click together, so you really need to pay attention while you set the pose. Knees are bending, so you can have some funny positions, but you need to pay attention to the stability. Now let's see the transformation. Okay, let's do it again, first with the original toy as a reference. The sequence is that simple. The gap between the legs disappears while they are folded back, feet fold up, head folds back, fists removed, shoulders and arms go in position, and we are done. I really respect that the LEGO version tried to stay true to this sequence, and it is more or less successful. We need to remove the jetpack if it was on, clip the legs together, rotate the hands in correct position, fold the grill up, rotate the torso, then flip it back, rotate the head and hide it, flip out the stairs, then rotate the shoulders and arms in position, hands down, grill down, lights out, feet down, fuel tanks rotated. This is the only manual swap between the two versions. The plate at the front has to be changed. As a bonus, the ion blaster can be placed at the rear. You need to push it a little bit backwards to attach securely to those studs. The transformation might seem a bit complex, but if you do it a couple of times, then it is quite easy actually. Here are the two trucks side by side, and since you never have enough Optimus Primes, here's a diecast version that does not transform, but has a fair amount of details despite the scale. This is the cheapest edition here by far. I bought it for around $10, but it looks great. It even has an embossed robot on the bottom, which is nice, unless you did not expect it to be transformable, of course. So by looking at these three, I think the LEGO version has a respectable amount of details. I do miss some extra chrome, as we only have it on the tanks and on the grille, while it's supposed to be on the bumper, smokestacks, and we have more details all around, but again, these were not present on the cartoon version. The cab of the LEGO variant has more visible gaps on the sides and at the rear, but I don't think that was avoidable. The overall look is still very cool and recognizable. There's no steering, so it limits the playability a bit, and the cab is not super sturdy, be prepared for that, but again, I think that's a small price to pay while we have a LEGO Optimus that really transforms. Here's a size comparison with a few creator expert cars. As you see, the scale is quite different. Now let's take a look at the price. The set's RRP is 170 euros or dollars. I bought for that price, which definitely seems to be a lot for the first side. But what do we get for that? It's a fully transformable licensed Optimus Prime G1 LEGO set that looks awesome, has some nice accessories, and again, it is Optimus Prime. But even if I remove my fanboy glasses, what other options do you have on the market if you are looking for anything similar? I'm not talking about the US now, since that market seems to have way more possibilities, but for example here in Europe, it's more difficult to find anything decent if you want to buy a non-movie version of Optimus. You can get these reissues or knockoffs from China for about $50–60 with at least a month of shipping time. They look great, but the scale is very different. I was really looking for something that could match the size of the LEGO version, and my best option could be the reissue of the Masterpiece MP10 edition, but with that we are suddenly in the $4, $5, $6 range. You could grab the Kre-O version for $60 like I did, or probably for way less if you are not looking for an unopened set, but honestly, I think the building experience and the overall look is nowhere near the LEGO version. Any other vintage toy is super expensive, so currently if you want a G1 Optimus at this size that also transforms, surprisingly the LEGO version seems to be your best deal. So let's sum it up. I cannot deny I love this set. I will probably buy another one just to have both modes on display. I wish it had the trailer, but thankfully there are super talented designers out there. I've already seen it being made, so I will probably build it myself. There are some little annoyances and stability issues, certain sections come apart if you are not careful enough, but I think we have way more things on the plus side. I really hope this set will become super successful and Hasbro and LEGO will decide to make an entire fleet of G1 Transformers sets. Unfortunately, I don't think my all-time favorite will be on the top of the list, but luckily I managed to grab it, so I'm a happy fanboy now. This thing unifies the favorite character from the favorite toy line of my childhood with my all-time favorite vehicle, the Transformers Alternators Dodge Ram SRT-10 Optimus Prime. I'm sure you cannot find anything better than this. Please let me know your thoughts about the LEGO set in the comments, share all your Transformers toys and stories, would love to talk about them. If you like this video, then please give it a thumbs up, subscribe with notifications if you don't want to miss my upcoming exciting LEGO videos, and
see you next time. Bye bye.